Yeah, son. There's mad kids out there getting creamed for the 9-5. Bro. Yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know, shoot the game, going for mine.
Alright.
And this is the year when mad caps get peeled. So I'ma spark this lie and kick the reel.
Bang them out.
With all this chaos in the realms of the street, your local street dog got to make ends meet. The average Joe's far too slow for the ghetto pro. You better know, when I hit the streets, I like to glow, I like to glisten. And at the same time, stay low, listen, motherfuck the fame. I'm pursuing the dope. My stilo is symbolic to a kilo. Cash is popping, coke is cooking, beans is copping. Ain't that some shit? A player that's used to living rich is now a sticky kid, caught up in a ditch. In 94, Giuliani kicked down the door. In 95, niggas flipped to stay alive. Peeling caps while I laugh. In the stats, the 4.5. Remy in the glass, spark the boom, then I blast. They wanna confine me, sneak up from behind me. Bust a cap in my back and put me where they can't find me. They hate to see a young player pay. I don't wanna see that, son. They rather see him spray. But I'm like Diddy, a Terminator, squeeze the lead off. Using verbs and nouns like rounds to blow your head off. Hitting up spots, heating up blocks. Investing in stocks like Colombian blow crops. I'm out to get cream and ain't no doubt in my mind. Fuck this broke shit, I'm hit, I get down for mine. Yeah, get you I hear you wanna be a player, I ain't someplace you bet. Let's play a game of real nigga roulette. Witness a DOA as I spray the melee. Contact and punctuation is compared to AKs. You in a daze, overdose for pure funk. I'm fucking off like Tommy again. My karma's a booty smoke. Decapitated rappers in my trunk. I'm sick, pumping skunk, bouncing with my click, popping mega jump. I'm getting back while these clowns be zigzagging. What's this talk about flipping keys? Come on, you're nickel bagging. I'm blasting off wings and making downers believe what you see. I was packing heaters when jokers was banging cheerleaders. Ain't nothing changed, it's still the same in the rap game. I'm known for banging rookies out the frame. Y'all done forgot who was the pimp from the start. Sipping vintage wine, eating a la carte. I'm phenomenal from the abdominal. Far from comical lyrics and sticking the brains like barnacles. Never sleep. I'm bringing the drama to the streets with techniques and rolling in fleets. Ain't nothing sweet about the streets, so I'm poetically ill. I'm pure like cook up and lyrics shine like fish scale. I got the banger at your throat and you ain't showing no signs. K-Dep, let them know I get down for mine. I get down for mine. I get down for mine.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry about that first situation. There's been some weird things happening with the channel. You know, it's tough with this shadow ban. They're blocking certain things and snuffing out notifications. A lot of people not getting notifications. So, support. If you're not getting notifications, just unsubscribe and resubscribe and hit that bell again. So that'll fix that. You'll get the notifications. And, they've been doing some screwy things with the chat and things. And, so it's been an uphill battle because they don't want us to speak. They want to silence our voice, but that's not going to happen. They're going to keep pushing. Now, we got something that we want to show y'all, definitely. We'll wait for some more people to get in. But I've been getting emails from people who say, they don't want to come to my channel because I talk bad about Black people. So they don't want me to focus on what's going on in our community. They'd rather me get up here and spit some conscious bullshit and be dishonest with you about you know there was no white supremacy. There's really nothing going on. Black women aren't getting killed. Our children aren't getting killed. So they want me to come up here and be phony. And I'm not going to do that. All right. And I got people who don't want to come to my channel because they say that I'm focusing on black people. Now, nobody says anything about me uplifting black women except for other black women. And shout out to the black women who appreciate what I do. But I don't get any things from the brothers. The brothers never say, except for a few brothers that I know that's been supporting us for a while now. They don't never say anything about the sisters. They only come in here or hit my email up and say crazy things about, I'm being too hard on black men and so forth or whatever. All right. I'm not sure what that's about. But the black hand of white supremacy has struck again. I also got the Faces of White Supremacy series, the new Faces of White Supremacy, the Dark Race Soldiers. But the black hand of white supremacy has struck again. And we're going to get right into that. So hopefully the Lady Knight has a situation together now. Dame, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, let's get with it. Take down the overlay and get that FBI thing going and drop that video.
Okay. All right. This channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research is not infringement of copyright. All right.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Mom's thankful to be alive after being shot 11 times by ex.
Put it on the screen, Dave.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's on the screen. I'm sorry. I'm frozen.
Oh, okay. All right. She's thankful to be alive after being shot 11 times by ex-boyfriend in a horrific attack. A local mom is thankful to be alive and tougher than she ever imagined after she was shot 11 times by an abusive boyfriend last month in Chicago. I just thank God I'm here, she says. She is
Play the
still
video, Dan.
Oh, you read? Okay. All right, then. Okay.
A chilling story. What's happened to another Chicago mother? She was shot 11 times in a cold-blooded shooting. She is thankful to be alive and tonight demands some answers. NBC5's Regina Waldrop live with her story tonight. Regina?
Stephan, what an amazing story of survival. This young woman says three people identified the shooter as her ex-boyfriend, also the father of her young son, to police. But tonight, no community alert, no charges. The only thing police telling us, this case still being investigated. LaSonia Agee stronger than she ever imagined.
I just thank God I'm here.
Still here after getting shot 11 times, she says, by an abusive ex-boyfriend.
He only hit me 11 times. That's how many times he hit me. This doesn't count the bullet holes on my car.
Well, she doesn't want you to see her face as she recovers in the hospital.
He mostly hit my pelvis and my right leg.
She wants you to hear her story.
I believe he was trying to kill me and leave no witnesses.
The February 21st shooting in the 7800 block of South Muskegon captured on surveillance video. It happened as LaSonia was getting out of a car.
We were talking for a minute. He was trying to make me get in the car with him. And I'm like, no. He then said, okay. And he pulled up and he pulled back and started shooting.
LaSonia's grandmother, her uncle, also shot and recovering. Her 3-year-old son, who was with her, was not injured.
He was trying to help me. He said, "Come on, mama, come on."
LaSonia says her ex is armed, dangerous, and still on the run.
I feel like if I was to leave right now, and maybe he'll finish me off.
She wants her story to be a lesson to others.
It's not worth it. You see me, I got shot 11 times by someone I loved and someone I shared a child with.
And of course, if you are in an abusive relationship, you can call the National Domestic Abuse Hotline. That number is 1-800-799-7233. I'm live at Chicago Police Headquarters tonight. Regina Waldron, NBC5.
Okay, Dan, cut it. All right, oh boy, where do I start? Okay, you know, I don't understand something, right? All you tough guys with all of these guns, all this gangster crap, how come you're not on your enemy like that? I don't understand. You guys are supposed to be street dudes, Pookies and Ray Rays or whatever you call yourselves. You don't have no smoke for your enemy? Your real enemy? This woman is a mother. You heard what she said. You know what's heartbreaking about what she said? She said she was shot 11 times by somebody she loved and had a kid with. That don't bother anybody. Am I the only one that bothers? That sounds crazy to me. Where's the compassion today for our people? You guys aren't bothered by that? She said she was shot 11 times by somebody she loved and had a kid with. His son was in that car when he opened fire on his child's mother. So his child got the chance to witness his father trying to kill his mother. Now, what do you think the trauma is going to be for that little boy? He's going to remember that scene. And if you listen to the article, he was trying to help his mother. So he realized something bad happened to his mother. And he witnessed his father trying to do something bad to his mother. This man reeled back and opened fire on his child's mother while his child was in that car. And she said that he only hit her 11 times. There was more bullet holes in the car, so he didn't care who was in that car. He was hell-bent on ending her life. When you shoot somebody 11 times, there's no doubt that you're trying to kill them. It's not an accident that you want them alive. We can only assume, allegedly, that he wanted her dead 11 times. And so now I'm starting to wonder. You guys talk about this street shit, you know, but I don't see nobody pulling up on these white boys like that. You're going to roll down on a woman who is a mother, who was defenseless, and you open fire 11 times and you hit this girl 11 times. And so this is the black hand of supremacy. These brothers are working for white supremacy. See, when you do things like this, you are clearly working for the enemy. You are working for the people who are trying to hurt us, people who are trying to kill us. You are helping our enemies. You have become our enemy. These are the new faces of white supremacy, the dark race soldiers who are running amok in our communities murdering and attempting to murder our women and children. Now, where's all of the smoke? Where are the podcasts that are talking about this? Where are the podcasts that are exposing this? Why aren't we pointing a finger at this? Why aren't we putting a microscope on this? A magnifying glass, shining lights all over this. These people, these new faces of white supremacy, this black hand of white supremacy, these dark race soldiers are running amok in our communities, murdering and attempting to murder our women and children. And I'm not supposed to talk about it. People have told me they don't want to come to my channel because I expose stuff like this and they don't like the fact that I'm talking about black people. Seriously? Are you kidding me? This is what I've been told in my emails several times over. I don't want to come to your channel because I don't want to hear nothing bad about black people. Well, I don't know what to tell you if you don't want to come to the channel because you don't want to hear the truth about what's going on with black people and about the fact that our women and children are dying at the hands of black men. They are being murdered by black men in the communities. And you don't want me to talk about that? You say that you want to penalize me and you don't want to support my channel because I'm exposing that. So you want this to happen? You want us to sweep this under the rug? Our women and children are being murdered in cold blood. Did you hear the beginning of that news brief? He said another cold-blooded shooting. Another cold-blooded shooting. And I can't get back. Listen, I can't get past the fact when she said she was shot 11 times by somebody she loved. You're going to tell me that the black woman has an attitude? You're going to tell me the black woman is an angry black woman? You're going to tell me that the black woman is the least desired? You're going to call her a park ape? When all she does is love you? Even to her detriment, even to the point of losing her life. I want you to hear this one more time in case those who are just coming in to miss it. Then fire it up again.
All right.
From the top. I want y'all to hear what this woman said. This is a black woman. Now, keep in mind, they say that black women hate us. They say that black women are angry. They say that black women are bitter.
Plumbing.
I want you to hear what this woman said.
Air conditioning, heating, and electrical. Black Diamond. We are always there when you need us. You'll never get a voicemail or an answering service. We're here right
Okay, apparently Dame is having an issue with her video.
there when you need us.
She's playing a commercial.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot that was going on. Okay, I'm trying to get it straight to the video.
Oh, boy.
65 responds, and a year of COVID.
All right, let us know when you got together. All right, Dame is having a little issue, technical issue. But I want you guys to hear what this woman said. I want you to focus on what she said. And remember, men would have you think, black men would have you think that black women don't love us and don't care anything about us. They would have you think that the black woman is an angry woman, a bitter woman that don't love black men. Keep that in mind. Then you got that ready yet?
Yes, I got it. I got it ready. I got it ready. Okay.
Play it, please.
11 times in a cold-blooded shooting. You attend the
Share the screen.
what's happened to another Chicago mother. She was shot 11 times.
Stop. Share the screen. And there seems to be an echo.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Sorry about that, folks. We're having a little. Okay. All right. Play it.
You attend the chilling story of what's happened to another Chicago mother. She was shot 11 times in a cold-blooded shooting. She is thankful to be alive and tonight demands some answers. NBC5's Regina Waldrop live with her story tonight. Regina?
Stephen, what an amazing story of survival. This young woman says three people identified the shooter as her ex-boyfriend, also the father of her young son, to police. But tonight, no community alert, no charges. The only thing police telling us, this case still being investigated. LaSonia Agee stronger than she ever imagined.
I just thank God I'm here.
Still here after getting shot 11 times, she says, by an abusive ex-boyfriend.
He only hit me 11 times. That's how many times he hit me. This doesn't count the bullet holes on my car.
Well, she doesn't want you to see her face as she recovers in the hospital.
He mostly hit my pelvis and my right leg.
She wants you to hear her story.
I believe he was trying to kill me and leave no witnesses.
The February 21st shooting in the 7800 block of South Muskegon captured on surveillance video. It happened as LaSonia was getting out of a car.
We were talking for a minute. He was trying to make me get in the car with him. And I'm like, no. He then said, okay. And he pulled up and he pulled back and started shooting.
LaSonia's grandmother, her uncle, also shot and recovering. Her 3-year-old son who was with her was not injured.
He was trying to help me. He said, come on, mama, come on.
LaSonia says her ex is armed, dangerous, and still on the run.
I feel like if I was to leave right now, and maybe he'll finish me off.
She wants her story to be a lesson to others.
It's not worth it. You see me, I got shot 11 times by someone I loved and someone I shared a child with.
And of course, if you are in an abusive relationship, you can call.
All right, cut it, Dane. And I don't want me to talk about this. This is a black woman. She said she was shot 11 times by somebody she loved and had a kid with. That don't sound like some angry black woman to me. That sounds like a loving black woman with some ungrateful, psychotic nut job that works for white supremacy and tried to take her life. He tried to blow everybody away in that car. His son was in that car. His son was in that car. Now his son has to suffer the trauma of seeing his father try to murder his mother. Now, the boy's probably too young to understand what really went down. But as he grow up and remember that image, he's going to get the true meaning of what he just saw. I guarantee you the image of what just happened to his mother in front of him is not going away. I guarantee you that. And this fool, this nutcase, didn't give a damn about any of that. No compassion anymore amongst our people. You go out and you do this to our women and our children. And you tell me, Max, you're wrong for exposing this. I don't want to come to your channel because you talk bad about black men. You talk bad about black people. I do? Hey, I'm not the one who shot this black mother 11 times in cold blood and tried to murder her and didn't give a damn about the boy being in the car. I didn't do that. So how am I talking bad about black people? I mean, those actions speak for themselves. What does that have to do with me? I'm letting you know, I'm showing you what's going on in the community, something that a lot of people don't want to do because they don't want to see the truth about what's happening in our community. That we have a group of black men who've decided to work hand in hand with our enemy and try to eliminate our women and children. This is the black hand of white supremacy. The new faces of white supremacy, the dark race soldiers. And they're running amok in our community with every intention on murdering our women and children. And they're focused on our women, and something has to be done about it. I got dudes hit me up on my email talking about, Max, you hard on black men. Max, you shouldn't be talking about black men. Like, man, I don't want to come to town because I don't want to hear nothing bad about black people. Man, what planet do you live on? What's wrong with y'all? I'm not supposed to say anything about this. We supposed to sweep this under the rug. We supposed to act like this is not happening. And it's happening more and more every single day. It's happening too much. And so you guys who say that the black woman is God, how come you're not speaking out about this? How come you're not coming to the black woman's aid? How come you're not doing anything about this? You Hebrew Mizraelite, oh, I forgot, you Hebrew Mizraelites, you say the black woman is the devil, so you're probably applauding what happened. But where are you brothers who say the black woman is God? Where are y'all at? I don't hear a peep out of you. And I still can't get over the fact that guys are coming to me talking about, hey, Max, you can't talk about this. You're wrong for exposing what black men are doing to black women in our community. Why am I wrong? How about the person that are shooting our women? How about the guys who happen to be black, who are murdering our women and children? How come they're not wrong? How am I wrong? I didn't shoot anyone. I don't understand the logic. I didn't take a gun out and bust a whole clip into a car trying to kill a woman and my own child. I didn't do that. So how am I wrong? I don't understand. You guys gonna be, yo, Max, you wrong. Huh? But what about the brother? Well, he's no brother of mine. What about the black dude who just tried to murder a mother and her child, a mother and his child? He's not wrong. How come these guys who do all of these crazy things to our women and children, how come they aren't wrong? I don't hear you guys pointing a finger at them. You're pointing one at me and telling me because I'm talking about this, I'm wrong. And that you don't want to support my channel because I talk about bad things that involve black people. And that you don't want to hear about black on black crime. Well, if you don't want to hear it, maybe you should tell the mainstream media to stop reporting it. And maybe you should tell the brothers in the community to stop doing it. Why don't you try that? Why don't you go out in the community and say, hey, fellas, hey, man, all you killers and shit, hey, listen, check this out, right? Why don't y'all stop shooting black women and black children? Max is getting on our nerves. He keeps talking about y'all and shit. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and just put the guns down and just stop shooting, black women and black children. And pay your child support so Max won't say nothing. Yeah, why don't y'all go and do that? Why don't you go to these so-called street dudes with all this so-called cred and say, will you please stop shooting out black women and children so Max don't have anything to say about it? I'm sick and tired of Max pointing this stuff out. Every time you guys kill a black woman, Max says something about it. We're tired of hearing Max's mouth, so can you please stop it and stop shooting out black women and black children? You won't say that. You won't go and try to help stop this, but you'll come at me and tell me that I'm wrong for exposing it. I'm not supposed to tell you or show you that we got black devils running around in our community masquerading as black men and they are killing our women and children. I'm not supposed to talk about it because you feel some kind of way about black people being exposed for doing crimes against other black people, especially innocent, unarmed black people like this mother of one was. And keep in mind, people, that was his baby mama. His son was in that car. And so you aren't bothered by that when you hit my email up talking crazy to me. You aren't bothered at the fact that a black man opened fire on his baby mama in front of his baby boy, trying to kill her. And you aren't bothered by that. You're not hitting my email up. You're not hitting my email up saying, man, that's fucked up. We need to expose this. We got to do something about this. No, what you're hitting my email up and saying, Max, you're wrong. What? Wrong about what? Man, you exposing these dudes killing our black women and children. That's wrong. Huh? But what about the killings? Are they wrong? Never mind that. We don't want to hear about that black on black shit. But they're killing our women and children. Never mind that. We got a problem with you. And what's your problem with me? You exposing this and it's making black men look bad. Whoa. How am I making black men look bad? Because you're talking about it. We don't want you talking about it. It's black on black crime. You're a white supremacist. I am. I'm not the one pulling the triggers. I'm not the one murdering black women. I'm not the one murdering black children. But I'm a white supremacist? How am I white supremacist? Because you're using the white supremacist talking point, black on black crime. But this is black on black crime. I don't know anything about no white supremacist talking point. This is black on black crime. You don't think so? This man just opened fire and tried to kill a black woman. He shot her and hit her 11 times in front of his own child. That's not a black committing a crime against another black person? That's not what that is? Man, we done told you, never mind all that. We don't want you talking about it. We don't want to hear about black men doing bad things. Wow. So I can't talk about it. They're telling me that they don't want to come to this channel because I'm talking bad about black men. I'm being too hard on black men, even though black men are doing things like this, but I'm being too hard on black men. So we supposed to not say anything about this. And why you got this smoke for me? Where's the smoke for the white boys? Where's that smoke at? And why you got so much smoke about the black? Why you got so much smoke for the black woman like she enslaved you? Black woman didn't put you in slavery. She didn't put you in chains. She didn't beat you down. She didn't tar and feather you. She did none of that stuff. So why you got so much smoke for her? What's the problem? What's your issue? What? Some of you had, some of y'all, your diapers was too tight when you was a kid. Are you mad at your mama for it because she didn't get you the right size? What's the problem? What? You had a dirty bib for 10 years? I mean, what is your problem? Why so much smoke for a woman that actually loves you? And I can prove it, right? Because in this video, she said that she was shot 11 times by somebody she loved and had a child with. That don't give you guys pause. That don't make your eyebrow go up. That don't pull on your heartstrings. Nothing. Can we get some compassion for $10? I mean, a buck. $2 worth of compassion? 3 or 4? Hey, I got compassion going for $2. $2. Compassion is really good. It helps you care about other people. Can I get $3 on the compassion, please? Whoa, I got 3. All right, good. Can we get $5 on the compassion? Now remember, compassion, it allows you to love your children and not kill your wives and not kill your baby mamas. Can I get compassion for $5? Can somebody, bid $5, please? Compassion going once. Compassion going twice. Compassion going 3 times. Not sold to anyone. Demons, people, have invaded our communities and they look like you and me. These brothers are filled with demonic energy and they have every intention on murdering our women and children. You have to take my word for it. You see it for yourself. It's heartbreaking when a black woman who just went through that kind of ordeal and lived to tell about it, say that she was shot 11 times by somebody she loves. And I'm going to keep harping on that till that sinks into somebody's head, till that jump starts somebody's heart, until it blows the soot off of somebody's heart. Until it puts color back into somebody's black heart, until it puts life back into somebody's lifeless heart. She was shot 11 times. And out of her own mouth, she said, by someone she loved. A man that she loved shot her 11 times. And y'all say the black woman hates us. Y'all say the black woman don't love us. Y'all say the black woman is bitter. You said she's angry. You said she's masculine. But she just said she loved you. And you tried to kill her for saying it. You tried to kill her for showing it. I don't understand. I am a little confused. You run around here barking and howling and screaming about the black woman is masculine. She's full of hatred. She's bitter. She's angry. And she don't love you. But when she turned around and says she loves you and shows that she loves you and is willing to sacrifice for you, you pull out a gun and shoot her 11 times in front of the child you had with her. Damn. What is that? Because you guys got me confused. I don't know what you want. The black woman doesn't know what you want either. You said that she's bitter and don't love you. Well, when she says she does, you try to blow her away. Let's try this again. Compassion, starting at $1. Can I get $1? Compassion makes you care about your children. It makes you not want to shoot your woman. Can I get compassion for $2? Somebody pledged $2 for compassion. Compassion is really good for you people. It's good for your health. It will make you love yourself and love others and not want to hurt people, especially your own children. Can I get compassion for $5? Somebody pledged $5 for compassion, please. Compassion going once at $5. Compassion going twice at $5. Compassion going 3 times. Still not sold. The black hand of white supremacy, the dark race soldiers, the new faces of white supremacy has developed in our community in the absence of black leadership. So you understand, this type of animal that's running wild in our community exists because there is no male leadership in our community. So men are running amok. You know why? They're running amok as grown men because they was raised in the street and they ran amok as soon as their father left and they went into the street and found a father in the street. They've been running amok ever since. No leadership. See, the time that I grew up in, the men were so rough and the men were so hard. The fathers were so tough and no nonsense. I mean, they carried shotguns, revolvers, Smith & Wessons, played no games. You wouldn't have had nothing like this. Somebody would have been afraid to pull some shit off like this in the community because of the powerful leadership of those strong black fathers who didn't play any games, fathers who sat on their porch with guns and shotguns in plain view to let you know when you walk down that block or you frequent that community, what was it about? And what would go down if something went awry? Or if you got froggy and wanted to leap on someone you had no business leaping on. They showed you from the door what it was about. But because you don't have that anymore, you have animals like this who are possessed by demons, who are hell-bent or destroying our race by eliminating our women and children. So people say, well, Max, that's a reach. You're going too far. Am I? Then what do you call these crazy murders? Fantasy? You call it a PlayStation game? What do you call these murders? Since I'm reaching, what do you call these murders? These cold-blooded murders. That it also includes children. Since I'm reaching and all. Dame, are you there?
I'm here.
Get that article queued up one more time. Get that on video queued up one more time. Let me know when you got it.
Okay.
We're going to see how much I'm reaching. I'm reaching. And I'm talking bad about black people. I got people hitting my email saying they don't want to come around here because I talk bad about black people. And the only people that hit me up and say I'm doing something good and they appreciate what I'm doing for black women here are black women. There hasn't been one black woman who left me a message or shot me an email that told me that I was doing something bad and I was hurting black people. They appreciate what I'm doing. they starting to feel empowered by what I'm doing, and that makes me feel damn good. A lot of sisters like my podcast yesterday. If you didn't check out the podcast yesterday, if you missed it, go check out Black Women Are the Least Desired. Wear it like a badge of honor. Wear it proudly. It's a pretty good podcast. A lot of women liked it. It's empowering for Black women. I do this out of the kindness of my heart because I love Black women. I was raised to love Black women. And I'm dead set against anybody who's trying to kill our women, who are disrespecting our women. I'm dead set against them. If you coming against Black women like that, absolutely understand that guys like me are your natural enemy. And we are natural defenders of our women and children. It's natural for me to come to the back of my sisters and defend our children. I don't understand why it isn't natural for the rest of you Negroes. That I don't get. Dame, do you have that
Yeah, I got
video
the
ready? All right, share the screen. They say that I'm doing something bad for Black people. They say that I'm the one that's wrong. They say that I'm talking bad about Black men. Dame, hit it.
You attend the chilling story of what's happened to another Chicago mother. She was shot 11 times in a cold-blooded shooting. She is thankful to be alive and tonight demands some answers. NBC5's Regina Waldrop live with her story tonight. Regina?
Stephen, what an amazing story of survival. This young woman says three people identified the shooter as her ex-boyfriend, also the father of her young son, to police. But tonight, no community alert, no charges. The only thing police telling us, this case still being investigated. LaSonia Agee stronger than she ever imagined.
I just thank God I'm here.
Still here after getting shot 11 times, she says, by an abusive ex-boyfriend.
He only hit me 11 times. That's how many times he hit me. This doesn't count the bullet holes on my car.
Well, she doesn't want you to see her face as she recovers in the hospital.
He mostly hit my pelvis and my right leg.
She wants you to hear her story.
I believe he was trying to kill me and leave no witnesses.
The February 21st shooting in the 7800 block of South Muskegon captured on surveillance video. It happened as LaSonia was getting out of a car.
We were talking for a minute. He was trying to make me get in the car with him. And I'm like, no. He then said, okay. And he pulled up and he pulled back and started shooting.
LaSonia's grandmother, her uncle, also shot and recovering. Her 3-year-old son who was with her was not injured.
He was trying to help me. He said, come on, mama, come on.
LaSonia says her ex is armed, dangerous, and still on the run.
I feel like if I was to leave right now and maybe he'll finish me off.
She wants her story to be a lesson to others.
It's not worth it. You see me, I got shot 11 times by someone I loved and someone I shared a child with.
All right, then you can cut it. Get it off the screen. You know what's sad, people? When that dude gets caught, or if he goes down in a hail of bullets, these dudes are going to blame her, and they're going to defend him. This woman was shot 11 times by that demon. And they're not going to come out in defense of her. They're not going to do what I'm doing because they don't have any guts to do so because they hate our women. They're not going to come out and speak out about this and try to shine a light on this to urge the brothers in our communities that this is something that has to stop. We got to find a way to take care of this. But if that brother gets what he deserves, they're going to come and make podcasts and say, another brother down, another black man down. They're going to call him a black man. Another black man went down because of a black woman. That's what they're going to say. I've seen them do it before. That's what they're going to say. And they're going to say it here on social media. They're not going to make any podcasts about this sister surviving an attempted murder. That woman was meant to survive, but you don't survive 11 shots. And I'm not supposed to talk about this. I'm not supposed to bring this up. I'm doing the most. I'm hurting black people. I'm talking bad about black men. All black men ain't like that. Ain't nobody said no all black men was anything. I'm not going to sit up here and keep saying I'm not talking about all black men. Common sense should tell you that by now. We're only talking about the kind of black men that are doing these kinds of things to our women and children. That young boy was 3 years old trying to save his mother, had the wherewithal to understand that his mother was in trouble. Trying to save her. That image is going to be in his mind. And so I don't understand how, and I don't want to keep harping on this, but you say that the black woman hates black men. You say that she's angry and she has an attitude. Well, after being shot 11 times, I think that would make you a little angry. I think that'll give you a little attitude, especially when you love the person that shot you 11 times. These animals that are running through our community doing this to our women and children is a result of poor and absent black male leadership. Even if you want to sit up here and say, well, it's the mother's fault. They was raised by the mothers. The fathers wasn't there. Well, that's even worse because the father should be there. Because the women cannot raise these boys all by themselves. They're not supposed to. So if they can't handle these boys when they get a certain age, that's your fault. Because you left them no choice. You can't sit up here and walk out on a woman and not raise your child or take care of your child. And then when she does the best she can and it's not good enough, the child rebels any old way and she can't handle him once he gets to a certain age and you're not there, that's not her fault. That's your fault for not handling your child, knowing that he's going to get bigger and stronger and there's going to be a point where she won't be able to handle him. You know this as a man. But yet you still blame her for setting her up. Because when you walk out on these women and leave them alone in the wilderness to fend for themselves with these children, you cannot complain how the children turn out. She can only do but so much. She's going to do the best she can. But you know as men that boys get to a certain age where the mother can't handle him. You know that. You know that. Once he starts feeling himself as a little man, he's going to do what he want to do, despite what his mother says. That's where the father is supposed to be there. Well, if the father was there in the first place, he wouldn't be acting like this. So you can't sit up here and say, well, you can't blame it on the fathers because the fathers were not in the home. That's exactly why we can blame it on the fathers, because the fathers wasn't in the home. You know, somebody actually said that. Y'all believe that? I mean, they got the nerve to say things like that. You can't blame it on the father because the father wasn't there. Unreal. So now we have the black hand of white supremacy. What are we going to do about it, brothers? We're going to sit back and continue to let it happen so we can see more articles of this on social media and in the news about women being murdered by psychotic black men who are in league with white supremacy? Or are we going to do something about it? Somebody's probably saying, well, what can we do, Max? What solution? Oh, there's a lot of things we can do. First of all, we can start with protecting our women. Let's start with that. Let's start beefing up the protection. I said to you before, you don't have to play mall cop. If you see black women out in the malls by themselves and you don't see any men around, hang around and make sure they get to and from okay. Help them in situations where they're struggling, act if they need help. Be a presence. This deters men who are up to no good. And then you got to get into the community and clear this shit out. You got to start gutting the community from the bottom to the top. Starting with the youngest of the boys. You got to start reeling them in and then make your way out on the street and start grabbing these young boys and getting into their minds and start re-raising them. And the ones you cannot save needs to be put into a situation to where they can get help. Therapy, whatever. And I don't mean from no white therapist. White people don't give a damn about what happens to us. Don't never send your child to a white therapist. Some of you are going to say, what are you talking about, Max? I know plenty of white therapists. All right, whatever. If that's what you're satisfied with. I wouldn't do it. But the ones who are too far gone, they need help. They got to get set up. Another thing, this bad element has to be pushed out of the community completely. Now, that's not going to happen without bloodshed. But if you're really about saving your people, blood is going to get spilled. Now, we're not advocating violence, but what we are advocating is self-defense and the willingness to protect our women and children and beef up the security in our own communities. These are the things that you can start doing now. Start talking with other brothers in your neighborhood. Tell them what's going on. Make them see that what's happening to us is wrong and that there's a contingent of men that is out there harming our women and children, taking their lives. Who's going to be next? Your mother? Your grandmother? When your grandmother is walking down the street while your wife or your girlfriend is pushing the baby stroller and some fool runs down and sprays them and laid them out on the street? Is it going to happen to you? Do you give a damn about what happened to the women in your family? If you do, then it's up to us to protect the entire community of all the women in the community. It needs to be a collective effort. So start spreading the word to other brothers. Start weeding brothers out. Find out who are the sissy bims. Find out who are the down brothers that's willing to put it on the line for our women and children. Talk to brothers. Hey, this is what's going on. This has got to stop. We can't have this in our communities. We are the first, the last, and only line of defense for our women and children. The world has shown us what they think about our women and children without our protection. They don't give a damn either. So it's up to us. We have to give a damn. So start spreading the word. Talk to brothers. Start coordinating with brothers. Get a little program, a little watch program going on. Patrol the neighborhood. These are things that you can do right now if you give a damn. Once we get those things implemented and get them things working, then we'll move to another level. Start teaching these boys. Start getting in the street where these boys are kind of start breaking up these groups. Stop letting them hang together like they're girls. Stop letting them hang with other boys like he's hanging with a girl. Start breaking that shit up. Start reoccupying their minds with manly shit. Start interfering with this effeminization. There's many things that we can do. I don't want to hear no shit about what's the solution. The solution, the solution is getting up off your black ass and start doing something. That's the damn solution. There's plenty of things that you can do. Even if you can't do nothing but talk, we can use that too. Because you can get your black ass in the street and start talking to these young boys. And start breaking up these damn groups. Get these boys off the street. Because the more they hang with each other, the more dangerous they become. Start breaking up these damn groups. If you got nephews out there, snatch them off the corner. Get your ass home. Get your ass in those books. Start breaking this shit up. That's the problem. They hang with each other too much to the point where they're starting to have affection for each other. That is also boosting this hatred for girls because they're falling in love with each other. They are fond of each other. You got to get in there and start breaking that shit up. And start feeding them some masculine shit. This ain't what boys do. Boys build shit. Boys figure things out. Males figure things out. We build cars. We build tables and chairs. Start putting other shit in their mind. Get them occupied doing other things. But stop them from hanging around each other. That's part of the problem. They shouldn't be around each other like that. That's what's making them more and more dangerous. Because the more they're around each other, the more they talk to each other with this effeminate shit and listening to this bullshit, demonic hip hop. Next thing you know, they're having sex with each other. You got to stop that. You got to break that shit up. Because that's what's helping them hate girls. You got to start promoting girls. You see them out there. Look, man, y'all shouldn't be out here like this. This is some homo stuff. Where's your girlfriend at? You should be with a girl. Where's your girlfriend at? Well, get up off this corner. And if it's anybody that's a relative of yours, go snatch their ass off that corner. Get your punk ass home. Where's your girlfriend? I don't want you hanging around these boys. What are these boys doing? Where's your girlfriend at? Start shaking them up. Start getting them thinking differently. There's a lot of shit that you can do, and you can do right now if you want to. So don't come at me talking about some solutions. When you asking for solutions, then you ain't trying to do nothing. You should be able to look into your community and see several things that you can do. And it starts with these young boys. It ain't cute no more watching them gather together on the corner. Now that's absolutely dangerous because they could be plotting to kill a girl with the way shit's going on right now. You have got to get in there and break that shit up. You got to start talking to other parents in the community. Let them know what you're trying to do. Look, we're trying to get a watch program going. Our girls, our children are under attack. We got to get a hold of these young boys. And you got to look. You got to start the Pookie and Ray Ray. Look, man, let me tell y'all something. It's like this. This shit ain't going down no more. Now, I don't want to go to war with you, but we're not going to let you put our women and children at risk anymore. And if Pookie and Ray Ray, if they're about that respect, they'll honor that. But if they don't, then you got to be ready to go to war, because this is about saving your life, saving the lives of your children, saving the lives of your women, and protecting your community. This kind of shit wasn't allowed in my community. The fathers didn't play that shit. I said to you before, you couldn't even walk down my block unless you knew somebody. If you were a stranger, nobody never seen you, by the time you got 4 blocks in, somebody's father would step to you and ask you where you going. Do you know somebody here? You wouldn't even make it to the end of the block. Matter of fact, you wouldn't make it to the middle of the block without somebody's father stepping to you, asking you questions. What are you doing down here? Who do you know? Are you related to anybody on this block? And if you said no, you just passing through, they'll be like, all right, and they'll watch you pass through. We got to get back to that. You can start protecting your women right now. You can start being a solution right now instead of an excuse. Don't look to other men to do something. You do something. Don't be an excuse. Be a part of the solution. And with that being said, let me bring in my co-host. Dame, are you there?
Yes.
I'm at the end of my rant. Give me your take on what you heard.
Okay. Before that, I do that. Kendall Lasagna agree. She's the woman that got shot 11 times, trying to get away from her abusive, murderous ex-boyfriend.
If anybody want to, if you guys missed the video and you want to see it, we'll play it again. So, if you want to see the video again, if you missed it, just type a 1 in the chat. Go ahead, Dane.
Yes, I think you had a very prominent point and solutions and stuff like that, because this girl life is heartbreaking. She's been trying to get away from this guy.
Okay, Dane, stop.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. Get the video cleared up. We got a 1 in the chat. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so get the video queued up. All right, y'all. We're gonna play the video again because Nikki didn't see it. And again, I'm going to harp on this one more time. Pay attention to what she said. She was shot 11 times by somebody she loved. I don't understand how that can't pull on your heartstrings. Let me know when you got it queued up there. These kind of cold-blooded things that's going down in our community got to stop. All right, y'all. We're going to roll it one more time. Hit it, Dane.
You attend the chilling story of what's happened to another Chicago mother. She was shot 11 times in a cold-blooded shooting. She is thankful to be alive and tonight demands some answers. NBC5's Regina Waldrop live with her story tonight. Regina?
Stephen, what an amazing story of survival. This young woman says three people identified the shooter as her ex-boyfriend, also the father of her young son, to police. But tonight, no community alert, no charges. The only thing police telling us, this case still being investigated. Lasonia Agee stronger than she ever imagined.
I just thank God I'm here.
Still here after getting shot 11 times, she says, by an abusive ex-boyfriend.
He only hit me 11 times. That's how many times he hit me. This doesn't count the bullet holes on my car.
Well, she doesn't want you to see her face as she recovers in the hospital.
He mostly hit my pelvis and my right leg.
She wants you to hear her story.
I believe he was trying to kill me and leave no witnesses.
The February 21st shooting in the 7800 block of South Muskegon captured on surveillance video. It happened as Lasonia was getting out of a car.
We were talking for a minute. He was trying to make me get in the car with him. And I'm like, no. He then said, okay, okay. And he pulled up and he pulled back and started shooting.
LaSonia's grandmother, her uncle, also shot and recovering. Her 3-year-old son, who was with her, was not injured.
He was trying to help me. He said, come on, mama, come on.
LaSonia says her ex is armed, dangerous, and still on the run.
I feel like if I was to leave right now, and maybe he'll finish me off.
She wants her story to be a lesson to others.
It's not worth it. You see me, I got shot 11 times by someone I loved and someone I shared a child with.
All right, Dane. Cut it. Take it off screen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking believe it. You know what? I didn't realize this before, right? That 3-year-old boy tried to help his mother.
Mm-hmm.
The grandmother was shot. Everybody in the car was shot except for the little boy. But I'm the bad guy. They tell me I'm talking bad against black people because I'm exposing this shit. They tell me that they don't want to come to my channel because I talk bad about black men. They don't say nothing about this behavior. They give a damn more about me talking about it than they give a fuck about these guys doing it. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. So while
Absolutely, Mama Rain. That's why we talking about this right now, because this shit got to stop. I don't want to hear nothing about solutions. I just told you a bunch of solutions. If you still making excuses about some damn solutions, then you just want to be a part of the problem. Don't be an excuse. Be a part of the solution. There's many things you can do. Small things. Even if all you want to do is run your mouth, that's useful too. We can use that. We got to start getting to these young boys. I'm telling you, when you see a group of them, you got to start breaking that shit up. That's what's making them dangerous. They are under the influence of demonic energy from hip hop and other areas. And they're into that effeminate shit. So when they're grouping together like that, they have an affection for each other. This is what's helping them hate girls. You got to start breaking that shit up. Start redirecting their mind. It ain't cute no more to see them bunched up on a corner or hanging together in packs. There ain't nothing cute about that. That's absolutely dangerous now. You got to start breaking that shit up. Start getting into their minds. Where's your girlfriend at? What are you doing? Get your ass in the house. Hanging around these boys. Stop hanging with these boys. Talk to them. Start changing and redirecting their minds. There's plenty you can do. Shout out to Mama Rain. Hey, Mama Rain, what's going on? Hey, Mama Rain, we used one of your videos and we definitely gave you all of the props for it. You provided the inspiration. We did a show on one of your articles that you had. I forgot which one it was. Then what's the one we did for Mama Rain? That one was the
it's bad when there's so much crazy stuff going on that you can't even think of which one it is. I'm gonna have to look at the videos.
Hey, whose GoFundMe is that?
That is the woman that got shot. When I was trying to see, because in the news report they said he is still on the run. He's still on the loose. So I went to see if I can find if he was, and I run into her GoFundMe. He's still on the loose. Then this this male had a nerve to do a YouTube video after he shot her. I didn't have enough time to look at it. I just saw.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Who did a video?
The man, her ex-boyfriend.
The one that shot her 11 times? Can you find that video?
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, go on mute and try to find that video.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna see what this animal has to say. I can't believe this, man. You fucking crazy. But hey, man, hey, brothers. We gotta stop this shit. These niggas are crazy. These Negroes are killing our women and children and making videos about it. We got to put a stop to this, man. We got to start talking in the community. We got to start coming together as men and get after this shit.
All right, Max. I found it. I'm going to share a screen with it.
All right, do the FBI thing again. Because it's a different video.
Okay. All right.
What's funny?
Oh, no, that's not funny. That's not funny.
Ain't nothing funny.
Nothing's funny. Okay. All right. This channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use of the copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research is not an infringement of copyright. All right. Now.
All right, let's see what this animal. And black men, and before you play that, right? Negroes who are watching this, don't blame me. Don't hit me up my email talking about I'm making black men look bad. He about to make himself look bad.
All right. All right, here we go.
I'll never see another birthday. It's over with, Joe. If you fucking love me, nigga, say that shit now, because this gonna be the last time they never say it. If you love me, nigga, you really love me, nigga, call my phone, because it's gonna be the last time you gonna hear say it, Joe. I just fucked up. It ain't nothing I can do about it. I just fucked up, bro. And that shit fucking with me. That shit got me. Let's do everything away. Ain't no coming back from this shit, bro. Ain't no coming back from this shit, bro. Ain't no point in me. Ain't no point in me going against no. If any motherfucker got a problem with me, let that shit be known right now. Any motherfucker got a problem with me, let it be known. All this secret ass, fake ass on you. Any motherfucker, bro. Any motherfucker, I'm over it. I'm already over it. I'm done talking about it now, but I ain't think about it. But motherfuckers don't know what a nigga be thinking about on a daily basis when you gotta sit there and you gotta think about this shit before you get to the motherfucking thought. The real thought that you need to have in your head, you going through so much other bullshit, man. On my soul, bro. Yo.
And how long is this video?
Motherfucker, I'm hurt like a motherfucker, Joe, because I can't even believe I just did, and I don't even know what just pushed me to snap like that, Joe. I don't even know what just pushed me to snap like that, Joe. That shit,
How long is the video, Dane?
Fucking lost it, bro. It's over.
It's 4 minutes and 18 seconds.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
It's over with, dude. All that, man, look. Ain't no motherfucker. Motherfuckers ain't gonna see me no more. I ain't running. I've been on the run over a year and a half. I'm not running from these people no more, bro. They come get me, bro. They come get me, bro. They come get me. That's all I'm gonna say. They come get me, Joe. My soul, and they better come. They better come ready to kill. They better come ready to kill me. My soul. Any motherfucker wants a problem right now. The time is to get it right now, bro. I'm put up on any motherfucker on my kids, bro. It's over with for me, bro. I love y'all, Joe. I love all y'all, bro. I love every motherfucker. And the motherfuckers who know me, they know me, Joe. Y'all know me personally, bro. Y'all know me personally. Fuck those bogus for hopping on this bitch, but it's you feel me? When you know it's over with, you know it's over with. And I've been saying this shit. That's fucked up. I just talked to my brother yesterday, bro, and I just realized it took it.
Is it almost done, Dame?
Well, I don't even know why. You feel me, Joe? I don't even know what the fuck I just was thinking, bro. It's all love, though. I love y'all, Joe. On my soul, they gonna assassinate my character when I'm gone. They gonna assassinate me. It's over with. It's over with for me.
Dame, is the video almost over?
2 more minutes in.
My soul is my
No,
last walk.
cut it.
It's over with, bro.
Okay.
Stop it. All right, get it off the screen, because if you have it on too long, they'll flag the channel down. Because just, all right, man. Look, black women, now you believe me when I tell you that an emotional man is unfit to be a father and a husband and a boyfriend. You believe me now? Did you hear the mental and emotional instability in this dude? This dude was a ticking time bomb, filled with overflowing with emotions. There wasn't a rational thought that came out of his mouth. Not one rational thought. He was in complete emotional chaos. Black women, these are the black men you got to stay away from. They're not fit to be husbands, boyfriends, companions, fathers. They are unfit. This man is mentally and emotionally unstable. And look what those emotions and that breakdown in mental stability caused him to do. Shoot his baby mama 11 times in front of his own son, and shot her mother and her uncle. This is why you stay away from emotional men. Men aren't supposed to be emotional like that. I'm surprised he didn't cry in the video.
Oh, he was crying. You just couldn't see it from where y'all was. Up close, he was crying. That single tear down his.
This guy is an emotional wreck. You don't. This is not. It's sad to see this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also a teaching moment, ladies. This is the kind of man, I couldn't have spoke about this any better. You got to see it for yourself, and you see the result of it, of being with a man like that. This couldn't be a better teaching moment. This couldn't be a better time that you really understand what type of men you're dealing with. A man like that is not fit to be your man. He is unfit to be with any woman. He needed help. These are the type of men you run away from. You stay away from men like this. You got a man that's emotional, can't keep his act together. You need to get gone. And I mean gone quickly. Or you can end up like this sister here. God was with her, or the creator was with her, or some kind of supernatural force was with her because she survived. Now, apparently, he must be contemplating suicide, or he plans to go out in a hell of bullets. He just threw his life away because he was unable to think rationally. He overreacted with emotion. Instead of behaving like a man, he behaved like a weak male. This man is weak. He was weak when he got with her, and he's weak now. Ladies, don't court weak men. I said this before. Relationships and marriages and fatherhood is only for strong men. Weak men are unfit in all of those categories. And you don't have to take my word for it anymore. You just saw it yourself. And you just heard it. And you just seen the result of it. Do you believe me now? Relationships, fatherhood, and being a husband is only for strong men. Weak men cannot handle those responsibilities. Speak, Dave.
Okay. All right. Yes. He's been like that, and she's been trying to get away from him since her baby was born. You know, since yeah, and he has stalked her, did all kind of things to keep her from leaving, drag her back, threaten her family to make her come back. Um,
So
made her miss
basically,
jobs,
so
destroyed her cars.
so basically, she was in a relationship. She was in a relationship to where she basically feared for her life. See, this is where the strong men in the family have to handle this. See, your sister or your cousin come to you and say she can't get out of a relationship because the man is crazy and emotional. He's threatening to kill her and the family. The men in her family need to handle that. They need to handle that. You don't sit back and let someone do this to the women in your family. See, we got to start rethinking the way we live our lives with our women in our lives. If your woman don't mean nothing to you, then you shouldn't be with one. If your child don't mean anything to you, then you shouldn't have one. It's that simple. If you're not willing to lay down the life for your women and children, then do not be with a woman and do not have children. Because that is what kind of sacrifice it requires. Again, like I said, only the strong should be in relationships. The weak have no business in relationships. Weak men have no business in relationships. They are unfit to be in relationships with women. They need to go seek out therapy and get their mind right, get their emotions right, so they can become fit to be in a woman's life. Obviously, this man was unfit. And the sad part about it is that sister didn't know it. She tried to love this man to the best of her ability. This man is terrorizing her. She probably realized that he was overly emotional and wanted to get out of the relationship, and then it was too late. He started terrorizing, started threatening. She knew he was going to do it because he's emotional. It's sad when brothers end up like this. And you get mad at me for exposing. Don't get mad at me. I didn't make this dude weak. I didn't make him do what he did. Don't come at me talking about, yo, Max, you wrong for showing this, man. That brother had all kinds of problems. Well, what kind of problems you think that sister gonna have now with all of them bullets in her body? Did you hear what it said? He hit her mostly in her pelvis. Is she even gonna walk again? He hit her mostly in her pelvis and in her right leg. Is she even gonna walk again? We don't even know. So what kind of problems you think she's gonna have? Just because she recovered doesn't mean she's not gonna have long-term problems. Brothers, we got to stop this. And this is the problem of poor leadership. He is a product of a corrupt environment that's absent of male leadership and fatherhood. That's what breeds these kind of guys. These guys get bred and raised in a corrupted environment that lacks leadership and fatherhood. That's what creates these kinds of guys. There's no father there to put mental stability into the mind of the child, and then there's no strong male leadership for him to look up to outside of the home, so that he understands that it's natural for him to be mentally and emotionally strong. There's no example outside the home. It must first start in the home with the natural father, instilling mental and emotional stability. And then from there, the child is supposed to go into the neighborhood and continue to see copies of that mental and emotional stability, so that he would know that it is natural for him to be mentally and emotionally strong. So with the absence of both of those, this is the result. And so black men say, well, blacks, you hard on black men. When I point out the truth that you created monsters like this because you don't want to be a father and you don't want to lead your community. So therefore, there was no strength in the house and there was no strength in the community. So the boy can learn that he is a man, and a man is supposed to be strong mentally and emotionally. He never learns that. He never sees examples of that. He doesn't see it in his father because his father isn't there. And he doesn't see it in the community because it's not there. So he becomes weak and start acting like a girl. His feelings become shot. He start running around. He talking about, so don't disrespect me. Don't be disrespecting me. All emotional. This is our fault as black men. This is our fault. This type of guy is our failure as black leaders and fathers in our community. I'll say it one more time for the people in the cheap seats. This type of male is the result of our failure as leaders in our community and as fathers in our homes. Dane?
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah. So the GoFundMe, okay, because her grandmother and her uncle got shot in the crossfire when he shot at her, while she was in the car. She didn't want no more of her family, and he has the addresses of all her family. So she wants to get as far away from him and as far away to protect her family because he's still on the loose. She's afraid that once she gets out of the hospital, he's going to go and kill her.
I don't think he's going to make it because him doing that video was dumb. People know what he looked like now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be hard to spot him.
Yeah, and his real name is on that video.
Yeah, they're going to find him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He already said that he's done. He understands.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, and it's a shame that it came down to this.
Mm-hmm.
But black men, until you start taking control of your community and start getting after these boys and raising them properly, this is going to be the result. And you are going to bear the blame for it. It's nobody's fault but yours. It's not the black woman's fault. This is your fault.
Mm-hmm.
He's a male. He's not a girl. This is your fault. And you're going to be blamed every single time. And you should be blamed every single time this takes place. And you will be blamed until you do something to stop it. Go ahead, Nay.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's how fearful he got her. Every time she got away from him, he did damage. He threatened her grandmother. But I think that's why the uncle was there to protect them, and and he gunned them down. So she's not thinking that he's gonna be caught or that so so she's just trying to protect her family. And yeah, and yeah, so when you read her story on the GoFund, she tried everything to get away from him. She just couldn't get far enough away from him. He hunted her down. He searched for her. Okay, so yeah, and this guy is twisted, and he's feeling sorry for himself. That's what every one of them dudes that be talking, they feel sorry for themselves, or somehow it's her fault. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she was blessed to survive 11 shots. She was blessed that her child wasn't shot. She was blessed that her uncle and her grandmother wasn't killed. Mm-hmm. And that many people helped her as they could. Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not supposed to talk about this, Dane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the manipulation he done. He got her fired from the post office, pretending that she stole mail. She got her own place, her own vehicle. He wrecked her car by crashing his car into hers. He bust all the glass out of the apartment complex. The landlord kicked her out. And when he got her fired from her job, and they were helping her. They were helping her to get away from him. And he did what he did. So she had no place else to go. She had no apartment. She had no job. So it was to her people. And she had just got the car she He just shot up with her in it, as preparations to get away. In fact, he was trying to get her to go when he shot her. She said, we talked to her a few minutes, and she didn't want to go with him. And then he said, okay. Then he pulled up and shot her and kept shooting. Her grandmother and uncle just got caught in the crossfire. They got hit with the bullets meant for her. Yeah, sad for her baby. To have seen that, he probably was scared, and he was trying to get her to come on. He's trying to do what he could do, Is a shame that this baby had more care for this woman than his own father did. This little boy was trying to take care of his mother. 3 years old, trying to take care of his mother when a grown ass man shot her, his father. And sometimes that's what it looks like. It looks like you have to turn to the young. And that's why what Max said is so important, that we grab these boys while they're young, and we redirect them, break them up from hanging out in groups, because they become part of a pack and gang, and they tend to do all kind of destructive, dangerous things and criminal things in the group. They become like pack animals. And this need in them to fit in, they do things that they wouldn't have thought of doing. So we need to, actually the men need to, because they need the men to grab them up, redirect their energies, put that energy to a purpose, how to build, how to fix, how to, get them to get in the books, get, anything. Be mentors. We need black men to be mentor, Yeah. You see what's going on in the community? I know you jokers see these 19, 20-year-old boys just hanging in the corner, having nothing to do. Are they joking and stuff like that? They don't seem to have any purpose. Yeah. It can break them up, put them, to do stuff. I seen men in the community break up these boys, or when they see some of the ones they know hanging around with ones they don't know, they pull them. Hey, you want to earn a little money and stuff like that, and they put them to work, straighten out the yard, breaking down property, trimming trees. They find something. And then they have a talk with them. Look, you don't need to be hanging around with those dudes. They up to no good. They've been selling drugs. They've been acting up. You don't want to be caught up in the middle of that stuff. They're being watched by the police and stuff like that. You don't be associated with that. Think
Right,
about how
and
it affect your grandmother, your mother, or your sisters. I'm thinking of a particular
so
person.
so there you go. You have a race soldier for white supremacy, a dark race soldier.
Yeah.
The black hand of white supremacy, brothers killing black women and children. glad that she survived.
Mm-hmm.
He probably thought he killed her.
Yeah, I think so.
Judging from what he said in that unstable video, he probably believed he took her out.
Mm-hmm. And it looked like
We're
he did.
going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're going to follow this story. We're going to do an update. They probably done. Do you have his name?
Yeah. His name is James Harris.
See if you can see if an update on him. They might have caught him already. They may have come. Matter of fact, I'll take a look. I'll be right back. You said it's James Harris?
Wait. Let me make sure that's right. That might be the person that posted it.
Because if he did a video like,
This is the person that posted it. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what his name is?
I'm trying to. Oh, hold on. Let me go back into the GoFundMe. That would have his name.
Yeah, so they probably caught him already.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see him being on a run that long.
Yeah.
Not after putting a video like that out. And then his cell phone is low jacked. Okay. If he got a cell phone, it's low jack. So unless he threw it somewhere, they're gonna find him.
Oh, you know what? She does not say his name. It is my son's father. Okay, let me see what the news report tells me.
Nah, we'll figure it out. We'll look at it some other time. We'll find it. And if we get an update, people, we will come back and do a live and tell you exactly what happened to this fool. It's a shame that this is happening to our sisters. And I'm getting people, and it's not about me, but the nerve of people talking about, I'm talking bad about black men. Normally stuff like this don't bother me, but I just can't believe what's getting to me really is the fact that it's the total disregard of our women. Just a complete and utter disregard. They don't even mention y'all. It comes straight from my email. Man, you talking bad about black men. All black men ain't like that. First of all, ain't nobody said no all black men was anything. Ain't nobody gonna keep saying not all black men. At some point, you should get the picture that it's not all black men. Ain't nobody gonna keep saying that. And they come at me in my emails, yo, I don't want to hear about bad things about what black people are doing to black people. Why not? Why can't we talk about it? What, you don't want nobody to know about it? You want it to keep going on? This will never go down in the community that I grew up in. It won't go down in the community that I'm in now, because the brothers in my community right now, we talk a lot. We look after the community. We talk a lot. We don't have this kind of stuff. Well, there's a lot of ex-military that lives in my community, so we don't have this kind of stuff going on in our community. And that's what your brother got to start doing. You're going to start building correlations with other brothers in your community. Start talking. Start letting them know, look, man, we can't let this come to our community. We got to stop it. We can't allow these animals to come into our community and shoot and terrorize our women and children. We can't let that happen. No, we have a guest, bro. Speak. What's going on? Dane?
He's there. He's unmuted.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, speak.
Well, eventually they're going to catch him because, well, he's muted right now. I see that he's muted. Eventually they're going to catch. Like I said, his phone is low jacked, so they're going to find that phone. If he still got the phone with him. Apparently, Bro Speak is having some issues with his mic.
Mm-hmm.
But there are things that we have to do, fellas. It's time for brothers to start talking, start building coalitions in the community to fight against this very thing. We can't continue to let this happen. Something has to be done. And they was in the neighborhood when that happened, right?
Yeah.
He opened fire on her because when she got out the car, she tried to run towards it looks like an apartment building. He started letting off on her. Yeah.
No, that was the grandmother. She was still in the car.
What?
The woman that ran off to the building, that was the grandmother. She was still in the car.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the grandmother who hopped out of the car.
Yeah.
And you said the uncle was in there too, right?
Yeah, the man that was to the back of her vehicle, that looked like he fell over. No, he got shot. Looked like he got shot in the leg.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah. They came out to greet. I guess she was letting her son out of the car from wherever they were at, and he come up, trying to talk her into coming back to leave with him. And she was like, no. And then he was like, okay. And
Welcome. What's up, Aaron? What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, Max and Dame? I'm very triggered behind this news, being from Chicago myself, because I grew up in a generation where we didn't tolerate that. And this dude getting on, the fact that he's getting on YouTube saying what he's saying, he's trying to elicit a sorrow response. I have no pity on him at all. I feel nothing for him. I don't feel sorry for him. And if he gets caught, I still won't feel sorry for him.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna update once he gets caught, or if he takes his own life. We're going to be here talking about it. And this is what I was saying to the sisters, man. These type of men are unfit to be your men. Do not feel sorry for these dudes. Run away from these dudes. Do not court these guys. Don't do it to yourself. They are unfit to be with you. They need help. They need to go get therapy. All they're going to do is cause misery in your life or worse. This woman was blessed to come out of there alive. And you see how much of an emotional wreck this dude was? This dude is gone, man. This dude don't have no masculinity in him whatsoever. No manliness whatsoever. That was straight. He was just a bucket of water. He was an absolute gigantic bucket of water, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
There was no hardness. There was no dog. There was no manliness in him whatsoever.
And yeah, he was trying to convince us that he about that life. I'm not really convinced. Matter of fact, he's talking about anybody got a problem with him. If you saw what I put in the chat, and yeah, I got a little bit triggered by it. I said, yeah, I got a real definite problem with you, bitch, like that.
Yeah, well,
that's exactly what I put.
You know, these fake ass street gangs are talking about they're about their life. Okay, so what's that life about? You about killing women and children? That's what you about?
Shooting the woman that you had a child with, that's what you're about, huh?
Yeah. And that's the sad part about this. This woman said that she was shot 11 times by the person she loved.
I mean, shooting her one time is bad enough. You shot her 11 times.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can tell he was definitely trying to kill her. And then from the stuff that she kept trying to get away from him, and he kept bringing her back. Now watch this. You know somebody gonna ask, well, what did she do to him? She should have chose better. You know the manosphere's favorite quote.
Yeah.
She should have chose better.
And my thing is, what he had, a 15 shot clip, 13 shot, Glock 17. What he had to bust that many rounds?
Definitely had a high capacity. He probably didn't have a high power magazine. He probably just kept loading different magazines in there.
No, it don't look like he reloaded. From what I looked at in the video, it looked like he was just the one. Could be a 15, 13 round clip, 17, something like that. I'm not a gun aficionado, but I know that some of these clips are big. They hold a lot of bullets. But it looked like the handgun was small, though.
Yeah, when he showed it in the video?
Yeah, he showed it in the video.
Oh, that I didn't know.
It looked like it was small, man, but not sure what kind of. I mean, these cats is running around these big ass clips. You know,
these niggas can't even aim right, and they running around with these guns, and they can't even shoot right. They shoot up 4 trees, a bird's nest, and the neighbor's cat, and then the target they shooting at, it was standing right in front of them.
But you see, but the thing, like I was saying earlier, right? Guys keep talking about solutions. What are the solutions? Man, there's all kinds of solutions. You can start doing stuff right now. Even if all you can do is talk, we can use that. Go out here on these corners, get these boys off this corner, pull them to the side, start talking to them. If you got nephews or sons out there, go snatch your ass out of these groups. These groups are dangerous. It's dangerous.
What we doing right now is a solution. The fact that we on this platform talking about this is a solution.
Exactly. And I'm telling y'all right now, the fact that these boys hang in packs, that is dangerous. That's what's causing them to hate girls. They're in these packs now, and they have affection for each other. Some of them are having relationships with each other. You got to start breaking up these packs and start getting after these. But look, man, where's your girlfriend at? What are you doing with these dudes? What are you doing out here? If it's a relative and something like that, snatch their ass out of these groups. I don't want to see you hanging around these boys no more. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You got to get old school on these boys. We got to start getting in their heads. So even if you can just talk, we can use that. Take that talking to the street. Kendall Rowland, you said that he is just more proof that our minds have been turned upside down, inside out. Hey, Kendall, you got to chill out with the excuses, bro. My mind hasn't been turned upside down and inside out. Hey, listen, everybody, look, y'all got to cut this slavery thing out, man, and try applying this slavery thing to everything that's going on. That dude wasn't under the influence of slavery. That what's going on in his mind, that's something completely different from slavery, bro. These young boys are absolutely savage and have no regard for life. That's something else. That's not the influence of slavery.
Now that's the influence of the devil.
Exactly.
He didn't want to see her with anything. He literally wanted to see her unhappy and suffering. That's why he got her fired from her job.
Right.
That's why he destroyed her car. He just didn't want to see her with nothing other than him.
Right. And you feel he's so filled with hatred. The slaves didn't hate each other, bro. They loved each other. They died for one another. Except for the Sambos and the house Negroes. But my thing is, this is demonic energy. There are demons in these boys now. That ain't got nothing to do with slavery. This is something complete. It's a whole different animal. That's why I call them the black hand of white supremacy.
Yeah, I've been calling them that, black white supremacy.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think I said something to the effect of, I think a video I did, I said, not all white supremacists are white.
Right, and then when you go and you say this stuff, you get caught up on this conscious babble, and you overlook the behavior, and you excuse the behavior by saying that our minds are turned upside down. So what? We supposed to ignore the behavior now because you're coming with this conscious stuff about our minds have been turned upside down and inside out? I'm not buying none of that, bro.
I agree with you 100%, Max. These hoteps and conscious folks, now that I think about it, they make me sick.
I hate the conscious community, man. And they mess up, brothers. Me and Kendall was going at it the other day, building. I'm telling you, man, y'all got to get that conscious BS out of your minds, bro.
I don't want to hear nothing about no damn supreme mathematics and all that. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Well,
I don't give a damn about who did or what Osiris did with Nefertiti, and okay, that's fine and dandy, but I live in 21st century United States of America. Now what?
But my thing is, if you're going to say the mathematics of the day is build and destroy, all right, so what are you actually getting at? Are you about to teach something? You're going to teach somebody to build something? What are you getting ready to do? And what kind of mathematics is that? You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, we can't excuse the behavior that we saw on this videotape. We can't excuse it away by saying he is an example of how they turned our minds upside down and inside out.
You know, I don't doubt that they did do that. Okay, yeah, I get that. But he knew what he was doing.
Exactly. He knew exactly what he was doing. And we're not going to excuse his behavior away because we're talking some conscious BS. What that man did was an unthinkable act. You don't do that. You shot a woman 11 times in front of your own son.
Yeah, and the woman you shot just happened to be your son's mom because you couldn't.
Yeah.
And then there's the argument. Well, she should have chose better. Okay, let's say she should have chose better. Now what? Just because if she was to choose, even the so-called Pookies and Ray Rays, I got a theory. Even some of these so-called Pookies and Ray Rays, they even have a boundary. I mean, think about
it.
If you
that
go
wasn't
to,
no.
That wasn't no. I was gonna say that even in the penitentiary, I've never been there, thank God, but I hear that even these hardcore killers and stuff, even they got a boundary when it comes to raping somebody or something like that. They like a lot of them be like, yeah, I may have murdered a whole bunch of folks, but at least I didn't rape nobody, and we don't play that here.
This is not a Pookie and Ray Ray people, okay? This is not the MO of a Pookie and a Ray Ray. This is a misguided, corrupted, fatherless, leadershipless, weak male. That is what this is. He is an unstable. He's an mentally unstable and mentally mentally and emotionally unstable, and he is weak. This is not a Pookie and Ray Ray. Pookies and Ray Rays are mentally tough. He doesn't fit the criteria of a Pookie and a Ray Ray. This is not their MO. They don't do stupid stuff like that. They don't do weak shit like this. Matter of fact, they protect a lot of women in the community, especially the grandmothers. Pookies and Ray Rays love their grandmothers. I know a bunch of Pookies. My best friend is a Pookie or a Ray Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And he loves the hell out of Big Mama.
So some of them will go ham on you when you talk about their mom. Be like, oh, yeah, I know you're talking about mom, nigga. I whoop your ass. You don't talk about my mother, nigga. I mean,
this is a product of poor, piss poor, non-existent black male leadership and absentee fatherhood.
Yep.
That's what this is about. There was no boy in the house. I'm sorry. There was no male in the house to teach this boy mental and emotional stability. And there was no copies of this in the community so that he can see that it's natural for a man to be mentally and emotionally strong. That is what this is. A corrupted environment that breeds weakness. He is a weak, mentally and emotionally unstable male. He's not a Pookie and Ray Ray. Go ahead, y'all. Dame. 1 second. Dame, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Aaron?
Yeah,
okay. I'm here.
Okay, take a. I don't froze up. I gotta refresh. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Weak dude. And as I said, they don't start off abusive. She stated her abuse started after the baby was born. I mean, he didn't want to share her with nobody, including his own child. Got into an argument, and it escalated from there.
And the fact that he's posturing on that video, yeah, I'm like, you really bout it. Yeah, I know I messed up. Yeah, we know you messed up. Okay, I'm glad you admitted you messed up. But all that posturing and stuff, nobody's impressed with. So now you ready to go out, and it is what it is. You know, all of a sudden, we supposed to believe that you about that life, huh? I'm not impressed.
Especially if you shot a woman 11 times. A woman.
Mm-hmm.
Not cops, not other black dude protecting his children, women, his property. No, you shot a female, your baby's mother, for whatever the reason is, and you want me to look at you like a tough guy? Man, their dudes in prison would eat him for lunch. They would be having him bent over by the end of the night.
Well, you heard me, bro, speak. Even the so-called Pookies and Ray Rays, they got a limit.
Yeah,
they got more morals than that.
Yeah, I mean, I put it this way. They may cheat on a woman, which I think is messed up, but they'll do that. But they wouldn't do shit like this. Because it's like, yeah, we may do other foolish shit, but this, nah, they ain't gonna do that to a woman. Well, that's just, oh man, I don't.
Let me answer Kendall real quick, y'all. Where did the behavior come from? It came from a demonic influence. If you pay attention to society is ruled by demonic entities, especially the homosexual thing, where they're trying to push homosexuality and the feminization on just about every black male that they can get their hands on. And then also, we listen to the music of hip hop. It's all demonic. It's influencing the minds of these young boys. These young boys are being turned against women. This is a demonic influence. This is way beyond self-hatred. This is a control mechanism. This is purely psychological. They're creating race soldiers right in front of your face. And these race soldiers that are working for white supremacy, they're commanding them to kill people. These boys are under an influence. This ain't got shit to do with slavery. You know how long ago slavery was? Did you see 450 years ago? Was there a Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Nope.
Have you listened to some of his music? It's demonic. Listen to this shit that these kids are listening to. They hear demonic chanting. 450 years ago, 500 years ago, was there a Lil Wayne?
Nope.
Not only is his music fucked up, but he's going through a transformation right in front of our eyes. Ain't nobody. The dude is literally turned into a giant bat, bro.
Hey, he literally. Not only that, he literally told you he was an alien. He told people, but people played it off.
Yeah.
Tekashi 6ix9ine. Tekashi 6ix9ine literally got famous for being a troll.
Okay, so if this has everything to do with slavery, explain how.
Huh?
He said that this has everything to do with slavery. Explain how, bro. Because slavery was on a whole different psychological level than what's going on right now. So you're going to have to educate me on that because I'm lost. Explain yourself.
Who said that?
Kendall Rowland. He said, he's saying that this has everything to do. What we don't realize is that slavery never ended. Seriously? Who told you that?
I'm gonna say this much. Oh, my bad.
Are you walking around here in chains? Are you walking around here barefoot, no shirt, cut off pants? Do you go to work every day and make a living? Yeah, I know what they say in the conscious community, right? Like going to work is slavery and all that stuff. That's all BS, bro.
It really is. And that sounds like some propaganda right there itself. And you know what? My thing is this. We may be walking around here with some holdovers from slavery, and we may even deal with a little bit of PTSD type of symptoms from it. But guess what? When I hear these cats talk about we ain't free, I don't know about them. I'm free. I mean, I'm free to do whatever the hell I want to do. I mean, I'm obviously not going to go up into an outright, obviously hostile environment. I'm not going to do that.
See, Kendall, let me tell you what that kind of rhetoric does. This is why I hate the conscious community. That kind of rhetoric is absolutely dangerous, man. It keeps you non-productive. You walking right here thinking that we're not free and slavery never ended, right? Then that means that you feel that you're hopeless to do anything. So no matter what you do, you feel that slavery is going to destroy it, right? So you ain't going to never try to strive or do anything.
Yeah, you're defeated. You defeat yourself.
Right, exactly.
These same dudes talk about, I ain't going to work for no white man. Yeah, well, I guess you ain't going to be paying no rent or no bills or something. You're going to get put out on the street.
And so what it does is, it turns you against yourself. It makes you become your own worst enemy. And you think white supremacy is doing it. Well, you're doing it to yourself. You're walking around here believing this stuff, and you become absolutely non-productive. I said to you guys the other day, this world is about production and consumption. You either producing or you're consuming. It's not about no knowledge of self and all this other shit. The people at the top who make the money, who produce products, they don't give a damn about your history. They don't care about their history. They trying to get this money.
And control keep the money with them.
Yeah, exactly. Or as some people, as they say in the hip hop community, the shmoney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And only the black man running around here on some 5% shit talking about The mathematics of the day is build and destroy. But you can't even teach nobody exactly what the hell you mean.
Yeah, I still don't
The
even
mathematics
understand
of the
We
day
still
for
don't know
me
what
is
the
get
fuck,
the bag.
and we still don't know what the hell kind of mathematics is that.
Well, as they say in the hip hop community, the mathematics to me is getting the bag, and I know what that means. Basically get their money, and I agree with that. I do definitely agree. Get the money. And people talk about
So
working for the white man and stuff like that. Considering that white men have a vested interest in just about every aspect of society that we do,
so
what
now
else
you
are you going
says
to do?
right. So now you says ain't nobody have to tell me that they only ended chattel slavery to usher in mental and psychological slavery. We are out of our minds when you control a man's mind. Don't you have worry about?
Okay, well,
No, slavery don't exist over the mind. What exists over the mind is that you're allowing slavery to control your mind. That's what exists.
right. That's
Can't nobody make you do anything, right? Unless you allow it. So if you allow those thoughts to take control of your mind, and that's what you believed, and that's the way you're going to behave. I don't let that shit simmer in my mind. I'm not controlled by no white man or no slavery or none of that. I control my own thoughts.
exactly. And and
Exactly.
and one of I was on a panel with this guy, and
Can y'all
we were talking about how to be a man. You know,
hear me still?
and,
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
We can
All
hear
right,
you.
all right.
And he brought up the white man. You know what the white man did and all this. I said, well, dude, you're putting that white man on a pedestal. He said, well, he put himself on a pedestal. I'm like, he's supposed to do that, but that don't mean
Yeah,
you got to put him on a pedestal. That's not.
exactly.
And I see, and this is guy was trying to talk about helping black women, but he's defeated himself. He's praising the white guy. And I'm trying to tell him, look, I don't put white men on a pedestal. I put myself on a pedestal. Even the white
Mhm.
guy was on the panel was saying, dude, you're putting white men on a pedestal. Stop doing that. And he wouldn't listen.
Mhm.
And he went he was trying to call me a coon. I'm like, but you're putting that white man on a pedestal instead of putting yourself on a pedestal. You're defeating yourself. And the sad thing is the women can see that you're defeating yourself.
Yep.
That's what
Well, Kendall Rowland, you have a strong mind. You just don't want to use it. You choose to use it for weakness. You choose to put other people over you. I don't choose to do that. And they keep saying that some people said slavery is a choice, right? Well, yeah, it is because you're choosing to allow it to affect your mind. You're not
yeah.
going to get anywhere like that. The only reason why white people are supreme in this country is because you won't stand up and do nothing about what your position is.
Right.
You too worried
Until you,
about them.
right. You're worrying about what they're going to do. You're worrying about what happened 400 years ago. You're sitting up here talking about they only ended chattel slavery. See, your mind is already messed up, man. So you don't have the mind of a producer. What you have the mind of is a brother that's complicit and happy with being nowhere and having nothing. You're comfortable with it. You're comfortable with living off of excuses and blaming other people. You think that you're going to be able to blame white people forever? At some point, you're going to have to do something for yourself.
Yeah.
We weren't the only people enslaved. Chinese people were enslaved too. Look at where they at today.
Mhm.
The Indians were nearly wiped out. Look at where they at today. We the only people that's still in the same rut we're in because we keep allowing this shit to affect us mentally and keeping us non-productive. We don't do shit. We own 0.5% of the wealth in this country. That ain't because we hate ourselves. That's because we won't do shit.
Nope.
You ain't built a damn thing. Ain't nobody stopping you from building infrastructure for your people. Who's stopping you from doing that? No one stopped them black people down there in Georgia from buying up all that land and building them houses on it.
Yep. They wasn't
So
thinking
what?
like they've defeated. They
Right.
said, F that, we're gonna do this.
Right. They didn't walk around here talking about the mathematics of the day and all this other nonsense. Confused, running around here confused, appropriating foreign culture, not knowing what the hell you want to be. You keep denying who you are because you don't like this country. Now, I get that and all, but at the end of the day, you still was born in this country. You can walk around here and try to act Hotep all you want, but you're not from Egypt.
Mm-hmm. And it's amazing to me they wear all these kufis and dashikis and stuff. And if you look at the tag, it
wearing
says
these
made in
unks,
Taiwan.
talking about they're in a higher state of consciousness, right?
No, and then like if you look at it, the tag says made in Taiwan.
Yeah.
So a Taiwanese man just sold you your consciousness and your Africanness for $5 or however
running
much.
Right here. Yeah, talking this nonsense, and you're culturally confused. You don't even want to be who you are. Your knowledge of self starts in your home. Your mother and father give you your knowledge of self. Your knowledge of self isn't in Africa. That's where our ancestors come from. That is their history. Your history is in this country.
And then they'll say this to you, no, Max is a slave name. Your name is Brother Baba Asante Osiris or whatever, something.
Well, they receive reparations, Yvette, because they fought for it and wouldn't take no for a goddamn answer. Black people, they didn't get out and fucking march. They said, look, you're going to pay us for what the hell you did, or it's going to be some more bloodshed. Now, you may have won, but you know we're going to fight. So if we lose, you're going to lose too.
Yep.
And they didn't want that work. See, let me tell you something about a fight, right? When you fight somebody, even though you may win, but if they fought you hard
you don't want
and gave you a hard time, you may have won, but trust me, you don't want that smoke no more.
Yep.
You're going to respect that person. You may have won, but you're going to respect that person because they took you to your limit.
Yeah, I'm using this as an example. I know it was a movie, but take that scene in Life with Eddie Murphy where he fought the big dude. Now the big dude may have pounded on him, but they also have respect for Eddie Murphy's character afterward because like, you know what? That big dude whooped his ass, but he fought that big dude back. Even the big dude even had respect for him. Say, yeah, little man, you know what? You all right with me. I'm still feeling that. So yeah.
And right. And when people are willing to stand up to the bully and fight you back like that, it kind of works differently, man. You kind of actually, gain respect for them. You know what I'm saying? And usually people like that end up becoming allies because you know that they'll get down. So that's why they got their shit. Black people ain't did shit. Y'all still running around here culturally confused, letting other people appropriate your culture, calling foreign people black, calling Chinese people black. I heard a black dude called China Mac a nigga. Seriously?
God damn it.
And all he does is make videos about you buying his records. His own people won't even buy his music.
Yep.
He Chinese, his own people won't even buy his music. You out here buying his music talking about, yo, man, he that nigga. No, he not. You that damn dumb. And everybody is taking advantage of it. They're taking advantage of our stupidity.
Yeah. And our need for acceptance.
Right. You're the only one running around here on some bullshit in your mind that is not only hurting you and keeping you back, but it's not even allowing you to develop a mind where you will have someone to even want to do something for yourself. Like you guys were sitting here all day and talking about the past. You're talking about what they did to black people, but what you won't talk about is what you're going to do now. Because that conversation starts like this. Well, what are the solutions? And then nothing else comes behind it. That conversation is over. But you'll sit up on social media, talk about Egypt all day, talk about Kemet all day, someplace you're not from, talk about all of this knowledge itself, which is absolute BS, the mathematics of the day, the 120 lessons, all this shit that don't amount to a hill of beans. Show me what, right, if this so-called knowledge that you got from the conscious community of 5%ers is so great, then show me what they've done with it.
Yeah. 120 lessons. I don't even know one of those 120 lessons.
Yeah. What have you done with this knowledge? Have you built anything? You keep talking about the pyramids. Have you built another one? Have you showed somebody how to build? What have you done with these lessons? If the knowledge is so great, because from where I stand and what I can see, we are still losing. We are dead last. We are still in a losing position. Now, we're supposed to have all of these scholars, right? But for some reason, we can't get out of a losing position. Then we're supposed to have all of these scientists. You guys keep fancying yourselves as scientists, right? Keep talking about mathematics and science and all this other stuff. Well, where are our scientific breakthroughs since you guys are so many scientists, since we got all of these scientists? Where's your scientific studies? Where's your scientific work? Where are your scientific books that you done wrote that we can go and read and find out what's going on with us? Where are these scientific breakthroughs since we have all of these scientists? Hell, can you even show me a lab, a science lab that black people own and control?
I got a better question. How many of y'all can spell science?
Yeah. Talking about you scientists and all that. But you got no scientific experiments, no scientific breakthroughs. You don't even own a science lab.
Yep. Nah, science lab, nah, hospital, nothing.
Nothing. Run around here talking about some mathematics of the day is built and destroyed. Are you insane?
And what's so cold about it is that even if they did, black people will try to destroy it. And that's and like it's like, wow. Look at Dr. Sebi, however you say his name.
Sebi.
You know, he had all these cures for AIDS, cancer, all those, but he brought it to the Nation of Islam. They laughed in his face.
Wait, the nation laughed at him? I did not know that.
Yeah,
I know he
said they wouldn't listen to him. That came from his own mouth.
So you got a black man that's actually trying to bring you some real tangible evidence, and you still won't accept him.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay, well, let me see. The Jewish people didn't fight physically. Well, that's not entirely true. Because what they did was they got their money up, right? They came over here with precious stones like diamonds and stuff, and they actually physically took over a lot of industries, which they built their money up, and then from there, they physically worked their way into legislation and dominated that.
Right.
The Jews built up an entire entertainment industry that we call Hollywood today.
Exactly.
So you know.
Absolute.
And the natives were almost became extinct, almost. But there was enough for them left to fight so that they didn't become extinct. And the ones who were left didn't sit around talking about, man, we almost became extinct. They went to the white men and said, look, you owe us. And we're not going away until you give us something.
In fact, the Jews even have their own mafia. Just so you know, they have their own organized crime.
As far as the Japanese losing the war, they lost the war. But understand something. They took out Pearl Harbor.
They will blow themselves up to get rid of you.
Exactly. They was on some kamikaze shit.
That's where the term kamikaze came from them.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to keep fighting an enemy that's willing to kill himself.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the most dangerous enemies out there. Someone that's willing
Exactly.
to go out, take himself out, and he gonna take you out too.
Right. So you pay them reparations to get them off your ass so they don't sneak over here and blow up one of your damn buildings and whatnot by blowing themselves up.
You know, they still got industries. They got entire car industries. And that's why
Mm,
you got names like Toyota, Honda, Nissan. These are all Japanese names, even though they have American plants,
Right.
but still,
yeah.
these are
Absolutely.
Japanese
They all
names.
absolutely, you bet they all got reparations. Blacks can get reparations too. How is it that they all got reparations and blacks did?
I mean, are we even still actively fighting to get reparations? I wonder.
Yeah. See
Uh,
these people. See these
some are.
people that right. See these people that got reparations. Right? They step to the government. Look, man, you're gonna do this. You done
Yeah.
did this to my people. You know. And then also they had something to offer and barter with too.
They
Yep.
force their hand, basically.
Exactly. Black
That's the
people can
one.
do this. Uh huh.
That's the one thing black people haven't been able to do. They haven't been able to force the American government's hand.
They can if they would start to produce product like they did back in the early '50s. The black people was the backbone of the industry, factories and all of that. They were all of the
Mhm.
machine operators and whatnot. Why do you think they shut down all of the factories in the urban areas? Because blacks was running that whole thing.
Right.
Hmm. And it's not that I don't believe that we don't deserve reparations. Yeah, I just believe we do deserve reparations. But how
Yeah,
many of us are out there fighting for it? We too busy on YouTube
right.
fighting each other. That's why
Yeah, you
that's
got to.
why the so-called black sector is a hot mess.
Yeah, I do. Of course, we deserve reparations. I want my check, but we got to go get it. They ain't gonna give it to us.
No.
Right.
And we got to be on one
Exactly.
accord. E-
And
Even
that's
if
where we just go ahead, bro.
Well,
Speak.
we because we don't want to get reparations, Yvette. We're not
Hmm.
doing anything to get reparations. We don't own nothing in this country. We don't make anything of value. If we made something
Mhm.
of value, then we can, like you said, we can force their hand. If black people produce something that this country makes money off of, we can force their hand.
That's where this so-called warrior class is supposed to come in. All these fighters, all these cats that own blocks, y'all about it. Okay, well, let's see if we got something for you to be about it with. Come stand with us and just step to this white supremacist government and get our money.
Kobe Bryant wanted the NBA black NBA players to shut it down and start their own league because they were the stars, right?
Right.
Hmm.
They could have put a hurting on the NBA. What did Negroes do? No, man, I'm cool with the white man. I want to make sure I get my check and whatnot, man. I'm cool, man. I don't want to go with
Hmm.
black folks and build nothing.
Same with the
That's why we
NFL.
ain't got it. Right. Yeah. They try to do the same thing in the NFL. Negroes didn't want to bite.
Yep. So it's not
So,
even white people holding us down; it's us. You got these white supremacist minded coons who want to be like, oh, the white man's ice is colder, his grass is
We can
greener.
check this out. If we bought, let's say we bought 1,000 acres of land, right? So okay, we're gonna go on this land and we're gonna build this stuff and we're gonna plant crop. We're gonna do all this stuff and make some serious money, right? We won't be able to get there because let's just say it's 100 of us involved, right? And we all getting in our cars and matter of fact, forget the cars. We all taking buses to the property, right? Everybody's on like 10 buses. It's about 10 people to a bus, right? 100 of us. Say it's 60 miles. By the time we get 25 miles, two of them buses gonna drop off because they over there arguing and whatnot, and then ain't nobody gonna want to go. By the time we get another 10 miles, two more buses are gonna drop off because they want to know what kind of money that they're going to get, and can't nobody, and if nobody can tell them that they're going to make a profit right away, they ain't going to want to have nothing to do with it. So that's four buses gone. You got six left.
Hmm.
Now you go another 10 miles. Another two buses drop off. You know why? because the other ones dropped off. That's the only reason. They're going to drop off because they saw the other 4 buses drop off. Nah, man, I guess this ain't happening, yo. The other 4 buses dropped off, so I'm dropping off too. So now you got 4 buses that make it there, right? 4 buses get off. They start talking. By the time they get halfway through what the presentation is, a fight done broke out. Yeah, we got this huge fight because somebody is splitting up the money before they even made it, right? And so while they splitting the money up, somebody gonna feel some kind of way, talking about, well, how come I'm only getting this percentage? How come so-and-so getting that percentage? They ain't even did nothing. Now we got a fight going on. So after all of that, you're probably going to have about 10 people left. And at that point, they're going to say, yeah. And at that point, they're going to think the task is too tall. And eventually, they're either going to give it up or come to a conclusion to sell the land. Now, whose fault is that?
And that's one of our biggest problems. We always sell our organizations.
Let me tell you something. I've been driving a truck since 2001, right? I've mastered drive. I can teach people how to drive a truck. I can teach people how to pass their CDL. I can teach people the backing test. I offered to teach 2 brothers for free. And you know they turned me down? And went to Smith and Solomon.
I
actually got more experience than anybody in Smith and Solomon. We drivers who've been out here driving on these roads are way more experienced than anybody in a truck driving school. We know things that they don't know. We know things about the road that they don't know. He could have got a first-class education in driving a truck without paying for it. They decided to go pay $4,000 to go to Smith and Solomon, and one of them didn't even graduate.
$4,000, man, he just lost his money big time.
And one of them didn't even graduate because he didn't know how to back up. Because those schools, it takes a long time to back up, right? Because of the way the truck reacts. Those schools don't have enough time to teach you all of that. So if you can't pass the test a certain amount of times, they drop you from the school. So one of them didn't even pass.
Wow.
And I could have taught him much better. I could have had him backing up around the goddamn corner. And, it just goes to show you right then and there. That ain't got to do with white supremacy. That's Negroes making bad decisions for themselves.
It's a shame.
All right, y'all. We coming to the end here. Hold on. The crabs in the barrel mentality. Where did we get that mentality from? It was put inside of us by the Willie Lynch blueprint. Well, first of all, Willie Lynch wasn't even real. Okay, and then 2, every race has a crab in the barrel mentality. It's not just black people. I was in Asia. Asian people have it too. I was in the Dominican Republic. They have it too.
Is this the same Dominican Republic where these brothers want to go find women?
Yeah. Every race has a crabs in the barrel. Every race, the people in the race are trying to get ahead by pulling each other back. When I was in Shanghai, China, right? They didn't really see black people before, so I was like a superstar walking around in my dress, right? And I'm big, I'm tall, I'm 6'4", big dude. I remember I was sitting down in Shanghai, China. This is no lie. I'm sitting in a restaurant that had a big open bay window. There was 100 Chinese people outside the window, pressed up against the window, watching me eat because they never seen a black man before, right? And they was standing on top of each other, and there were other Chinese people coming and pulling them down and trying to get up on each other to see me. They actually got into a fight trying to pull each other down so that they can take the spot in the window.
Wow.
That's the same crab in the barrel mentality you're talking about. Now, I'm going to take it even further. When I was walking down the street back to the ship, I had 1,000 Chinese people following me through the street because I'm big and black, right? They never seen one. One of the Chinese dudes, little Chinese dudes, asked me for an American souvenir. I didn't have nothing on me at the time, but I had money. I turned around and said, you know what? Let me give him an American dollar. I gave him $1, and the Chinese people in that group turned around and beat the living daylights out of him for that $1.
Damn, they beat him.
I felt bad. They had no regard for his life. Isn't that the crab in the barrel mentality?
Yeah,
they beat the hell, and whoever got that $1 got their ass whooped. Until they tore the $1 apart. Whoever got their hands on it, I
was gonna say the difference between us, with our crab and barrel mentality and theirs is that we publicize ours.
Exactly. They don't publicize theirs, and whoever got that $1 next got the same treatment. He got his ass whooped until somebody got $1 from him. Then that person got their ass whooped, and the ass whoopings went on for a while until they tore the damn fucking $1 to pieces.
How about to ask, did you get the $1 back?
No, they tore the motherfucker. They like 9 people got their ass whooped.
Wow.
This is what I'm trying to explain something to you, my brother. You're being closed out from real knowledge of the world. You're pretty much being closed-minded you're being taught to be closed-minded in reality. If you travel outside the country, it'll blow your mind. You'll see people in worse shape than we are, have worse mentalities than we do. When I was in Thailand, I saw people living on a raft with some makeshift tent that they built, living and cooking and washing in the same water.
So it's a good idea to travel.
They had. Yeah, that's all they had.
Wow. Man, imagine pissing and shitting and eating in this. Damn.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I mean, y'all keep thinking that. See, because y'all listen to this rhetoric, and you don't know what's going on in the world. You don't see what's happening in the world, and you think that our plight is unique. There are people in worse shape than we are.
That's why I'm not falling for this. We need to go to Africa. No, you need to go there. I'll go there to visit, but I'm coming back to the United States of America. This is much my country as it is theirs.
Nah, the Willie Lynch letter, it was written. Willie Lynch never existed, bro. Somebody did write that letter, but the Willie Lynch, the dude, didn't exist.
Right. But it was written by a slave master who to teach his fellow slave owners how to get the slaves to,
So my thing is that, you know, if you're going to look at the Willie Lynch letter, okay, and you're going to let the Willie Lynch letter dominate your thoughts, and you ain't going to never get anywhere, because at some point, you're going to have to do something for yourself, man. Everybody in this world is doing for self except us. Ain't nobody in this world who's been through hardship other than us is sitting on their ass doing nothing. I've been around the world. I've seen motherfuckers living in cardboard boxes that they done build houses out of.
And they living just as peacefully as ever.
Yeah.
And people may look at them, he needs to get a job. Well, maybe he does need to get a job, but he's got complaining about his living experience right now, and he may have a better way of eating than you do.
Yeah, and the thing about it, man, you know, y'all listen to this conscious shit, man. These niggas don't know. No, these niggas ain't been anywhere. They don't see what's going out, with these foreign people. You ever broke bread with a foreign person, lived in their country, and see what they really all about? You'd be surprised what you learn from different cultures.
And you got these dudes on here. I'm Brother Shabazz ex-minister. Now, your name is Tyrone Johnson, and you a lazy-ass nigga.
Listening to some white man.
Hell, I got news for you. We listen to white men every day. You got a job, right? You got to go to work. You got to buy a car. That car you driving, a white man sold you that car. You have to listen to him. The money you spend got a white man on it. So I'm like this. What else the deal?
Master Farad Muhammad, and then you got Noble Jew Ali.
Yeah, man, Master Farad Muhammad was a white man. I think Noble Drew Ali was too.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We're getting ready to shut it down. Dan, cue up the music. I appreciate you coming up, my brother.
Yeah, it's always good building with y'all.
Shout out to Brother Speak. Damon, you there? Okay, where am I getting that? Somebody can echo. It's what?
There's an echo being created.
Okay. From who? Is that you, Aaron?
No. I don't even hear it.
Okay. No, it's you, Aaron.
Oh, it's me. Oh, my bad.
But anyway. All right. Peace, power, and unity, everyone. We're gonna close it out. Nice y'all to come. Hey, give whatever y'all can to Lysandra Agee. She needs help to move. And right now she's too hurt to take care of herself, and her job is gone because of the ex before she was shot up. Okay,
I think the echo went down. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to this nice podcast. Let's protect our women, man. And brothers, get together, start talking to other brothers in the community. It's time to start building some coalitions so we can combat what's going on in our community and fight back against these demons that are threatening to kill, take the lives of our women and children. Then you got anything you want to say before we go?
Excuse me. Oh, as I was saying, give whatever you can to Sonia Agee GoFundMe. Every little bit helps. Thank you.
All right, shout out to Kendall Rowland. Always fun building with you, with the conscious community. Maybe one of these days you'll open up your eyes and your mind, brother, and realize that conscious community crap ain't no good for no one. As a matter of fact, all this serves is white supremacy. It doesn't even serve black people. All right, man. Peace out. Peace, power, unity. Damn, get us out of here.
Yeah, son. There's mad kids out there getting creamed for the 9-5, bro. Yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know, shoot the game going for mine. All right. And this is the year when mad cats get peeled. So I'ma spark this line, kick the rib. Bang them out. With all this chaos in the realms of the street, your local street dog got to make ends meet. The average Joe's far too slow for this ghetto bro. You better know, when I hit the streets, I like to glow, I like to glisten. And at the same time, stay low, listen, motherfuck the fame. I'm pursuing the dope. My stilo is symbolic to a kilo. Cash is popping, coke is cooking, beans is copping. Ain't that some shit? A player that's used to living rich is now a sticky kid. Caught a in the ditch. In 94, Giuliani kicked down the door. In 95, niggas flipped to stay alive. Peeling caps while I laugh. In the stats with 4.5. Remy in the glass. Spark the boom, then I blast. They wanna confine me. Sneak up from behind me. Bust a cap in my back and put me where they can't find me. They hate to see a young player pay. I don't wanna see that, son. They rather see him spray. But I'm like Diddy, a Terminator, squeeze the lead off. Using verbs and nouns like rounds to blow your head off. Hitting up spots, heating up blocks. Investing in stocks like Colombian blow crops. I'm out to get cream and ain't no doubt in my mind. Fuck this broke shit, I'm hit, I get down for mine. I get down for mine. Get down for this. I hear you wanna be a player. I ain't someplace you bet. Let's play a game of real nigga roulette. Witness a DOA as I spray the melee. Contact and punctuation is compared to AKs. You in a daze. Overdose for pure funk. I'm fucking off like Tommy Gibb. My karma's a boost monk. Decapitated rappers in my trunk. I'm sick, pumping skunk, bouncing with my click, popping mega jump. I'm getting back while these clowns be zigzagging. What's this talk about flipping keys? Come on, you're nickel bagging. I'm blasting off wings and making doubters believe it. You see, I was packing heaters when jokers was banging cheerleaders. Ain't nothing changed, it's still the same in the rap game. I'm known for banging rookies out the frame. Y'all done forgot who was the pimp from the start. Sipping vintage wine, eating a la carte. I'm phenomenal from the abdominal. Far from comical lyrics and sticking the brains like barnacles. Never sweet. I'm bringing the drama to the streets with techniques and rolling in fleets. Ain't nothing sweet about the streets, so I'm poetically ill. I'm pure like cook up and lyrics shine like fish scale. I got the banger at your throat and you ain't showing no signs. K-Dep, let them know I get down for mine. I get down for mine. Down for dance. If you want to put your hands in the air. I get down for mine. Let me get down for dance on the back. Shake it, baby, no man. I get down for mine. Down for dance. If you want to put your hands in the air. I get down for mine. Down for dance on the back. Shake it, baby, no man. I get down for mine. 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 We keep my down for dance.